Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the finale of Cells at Work Code Black. This one's titled Cardiac Arrest, Revival, and a Change. So yes, yeah, things are looking bad. They're really looking bad. We're finally getting to the end of this show. Yeah, Funimation's decision and the way the show was put out made it really, really irritating to get this out in a timely manner, especially with everything that went on in February for me personally. But hey, we got there to the end. And it looks like it is the end because, well, the body is shutting down. We've had a heart attack. Coronary artery is completely blocked, and the heart has stopped. The body is being plunged into darkness. All cells have been told to stop working by, I think, the brain cells. They didn't actually give a name to those cells in the episode at any point. There was no, subtitle or anything with that. So I'm just assuming they're brain cells, since it just made the most sense for them to be the brain cell. Otherwise, whatever cell would be telling them stuff like this, you know? And be aware of the fact that they're about to die. So I'm just assuming they're a brain cell at this point. It's also, I think, similar in their interpretation as Cells at Work Season 1, I think. If I remember correctly. I don't remember too much though, but yeah, I mean, what do we do here? Do we save this body? I don't think we do. I don't feel like that's the message we should show, is that we can save it and redeem it. But at the same time, it's maybe they do? But if we have a blocked coronary artery, what can we do medically outside of the cells to save that? I know we can try and restart the heart and all that, but does that solve the problem of a completely blocked artery? I don't think it does. I've never really thought about how do you save someone from a heart attack in this instance. I've never known how that was medically possible. I think it is medically possible, because people have heart attacks and survive multiple times. I remember someone, a friend from schools, whose granddad had 4 heart attacks in his life, and it's yeah, he was just holding on every single time. It's they somehow managed to pull him through every single time. It's Jesus Christ. But yeah, I think there's something different depending on how the heart attack is triggered, right? I don't think a coronary artery can be fixed that easily, but I guess we'll see. We'll see exactly what happens, but it says revival, so maybe? But no, I'm hoping they actually just say the body's dead, and then figure out a way from there to go. I don't know where you go from there, but hopefully you figure out something. But this body should die with all the terrible decisions and horrible infections it's had in its time. It's time for this body, I think. So we'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, I feel like the body dying would make more sense in that instance. But anyway, as per usual, these are time-based full reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from this season and future seasons. Some backdated shows, Patreon request shows, such as Symphogear, which we just finished, and we'll be starting up Season 2 next week. Once I figure out my schedule, of course. We also have movie reactions, and right now, if you go to my Patreon and you're a Patreon member, you can vote on what movie you want me to watch this month. I think Weathering with You will likely win, but we'll see. But here on YouTube, we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen, you'll see a time for the episode. I'll count it down for each one play. Play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. We're watching this one on Funimation since they licensed it originally. Crunchyroll is getting all these episodes eventually, but I don't think they have the finale just yet. I think they might have it even next week or the week after. Or maybe this was the week that they got that. I can't remember, but they will have all of Cells at Work eventually as well, I believe. But since we're watching the Funimation version, we have the Aniplex logo, then the Funimation logo, so 12 seconds logos to start. I will call them out as I go past. You can also use screen flash on my face or the mic to tell when scene transitioning. Pay attention to this part of my headset as well. It will give off the scene transitions quite easily as well. So, with all that said, let's get into the finale, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Aniplex. Funimation. Cheers. Here we go. Yep. Recap. There it goes. OP time. Oh boy, here we go. Hmm. Oh. Trying to revive. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's why the ribs are breaking, yeah. But no oxygen can get there though, so well, our body's not trying to live. Someone's trying to keep the body alive outside of that, but Holy shit. Hmm. Mm-hmm. I still feel like it's useless though. Whoa. Hmm. Okay. But we still need to get oxygen there somehow. Mm-hmm. It's not defib. Still clotted. Mm-hmm. Oh. Is it a balloon that's gonna blow it? Yeah, it is. They're trying to apply a stent, right? Like you blow it up and push it wider, then you put a stent in to keep it from collapsing back in on itself, right? My grandmother had a stent. Yep, it's a stent. It might be able to save this body. Might. Is it enough though? Stent treatment, yep. It is a bit still early. We don't know the heart's condition. Mm-hmm. Depends how long. Depends how long it went. Lights are back on. It's barely delivering enough when there wasn't problems, though, so is it enough? Whoa. That cut was perfect. Ah. Okay. They were just resting. Almost no damage. Okay. That's good. Hmm. Hmm. Not so much now. Yes. Brink of disaster. The lights are not back on just yet, though. Mm-hmm. There's still no lights. There they go. Lights coming back. I can't believe they actually revived. I actually didn't think they'd do this. Mm-hmm. Going well. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Cleaning up the lifestyle. Really cleaned up the lifestyle. Holy shit. Hmm. Oh, don't put a flag up like that, you. Hmm. Place is looking real good now, though. I mean, it's still got its negative areas, but they're in a bit of disrepair. But oh boy, hello. Mm-hmm. Actually managed to turn it around. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Hmm. Very cheery ending, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's a bit early though, isn't it? There is an after credits. Oh boy, we got a small after credits after this. What was it gonna be? This is probably the first episode in a while where this ED actually makes sense to have in this nice and chipper way. All right, after credits time. Not a long one, just we get after credits though. Oh, a syringe? Oh. Oh, okay. I know there's a... I don't know what this is for, but... Oh, this does not look good. This does not look good. They've gone to a different body. They've been transferred to another body. That's terrible. Oh no. Oh no. They just saved that body. And now they're in hell. Again. That's how you get more content out of this, I guess. Just go to another body that's messed up. Well, that's how you keep your show going. Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah, you can just do a blood transfusion. Someone who's now healthy and overcome this, use their blood as a blood donation or a transfusion to... Huh. Well, that's how you keep it going. I'm really surprised they actually let that body live. But I guess that's kind of the... I guess that's kind of the story they want to tell, right? That chance at redemption, and they saying, like, you can turn this around and, like, you can fix this. Like, you've only got so many chances, but if you turn it around, you can change things and fix it. That's the message, right? To be a positive message at the end of the show. So I get why they did that. But also a case of, well, now we can't just have this be regular cells of work, so let's just have this be... How do we get them back into a shitty situation? Transfer them to another shitty body. Oh boy. I wonder if that body's going to have as much luck. I mean, if they want to end it after just doing the transfusion once, then yeah, they say the body had terrible luck and they just sent there to die. That'd be messed up, but also... I mean, this is just messed up in of itself. Like, to go from a tranquil environment like that to a shitty one, but... Doesn't really give you... Doesn't give a great impression of blood donations, does it? It's like, here, sacrifice your perfectly healthy blood so they can go work hard in someone else's shitty body. It doesn't sound great, does it? But honestly, blood donation is very, very important. And if you are eligible and you are able, highly recommend that it's something that you do. I have not yet given blood. I was planning to. I was going to go through some of the work for that. But unfortunately, COVID happens, and it's like, well, I don't feel like going into a hospital right now or in any GP clinic. It just doesn't seem like the right time. So after I'm vaccinated and after everything's basically opened up back to normal, then I'll start looking into donations and stuff. Because it is important that we do it, and yeah, not enough people do anymore, so it's kind of important that you actually do that. Anyway, yeah, fantastic show. Fantastic as expected. Definitely eclipsed Cells at Work Season 2. Cells at Work Season 2 was a massive letdown, though, so it wasn't exactly hard for Code Black to overcome that, but even then, Code Black has massively overdone itself. Like, it captured that exact same willingness and likability that the original Cells at Work Season 1 had, and because it's dealing with darker topics and such, it had a bit more in the way of an overall journey, if that makes sense. Like, because there is the option for loss and for the hard times that come with some of the issues we dealt with, it allows the characters to grow and evolve more over the course of the entire season, as noted with Red Blood Cell, in the fact that he lost his best friend and had to get up, work, and find a purpose in his work and find a reason to. And, like, that's something that original Cells of Work never could really do in that sense. I mean, they tried it with just regular Cell in the last few episodes of Season 2, but it didn't really hit the same, because it was like, it's just some random Cell that we just been introduced to all of a sudden and is going on this journey. It just didn't impact as much. Whereas going with your main red blood cell for the entirety of a season with it just made so much more sense in terms of his development. So yeah, fantastic as expected, and yeah, they left it open up so that they can do a season 2. I hope they don't, almost, at this point. Just because, well, I don't want a repeat of Cells at Work Season 2 more than anything. I know this was a different studio working on it, but still, I don't want a repeat of that. And I feel like Cells at Work as a franchise, it's got its time to shine in the anime spotlight. I know it has a bunch of, like if we just go look at the Cells at Work manga, it's got loads of different adaptations and spin-offs and stuff. Like, there's Code Black, there's Cells Not at Work manga, which released, 4 years ago. Yeah, like, there's so many different, like, spin-offs. Cells at Work Bacteria, Cells at Work and Friends, Cells at Work Platelets, Cells at Work Babies, Kansenhen, Hataraku Saibou Ladies, like, Cells at Work White. I guess Cells at Work White is more of a focus on white blood cells. That started just recently. Because a lot of this Cells at Work has been mainly focused on red blood cells and their importance. Arguably, Season 2 focused more on white blood cells. But and then there's Cells at Work Neo, which apparently starts in December. I don't know what this is, but like... yeah, there's just so much spin-off of Cells at Work that it's like, there will almost certainly be another Cells at Work season at some point. Because there's just so many spin-offs and adaptations of this to focus on different things about the body, because the body is so goddamn complex. You could do an entire series based on one particular organ. Like, you could do a series based on the work in, let's say, the bladder. Like, you could do an entire series based on bladder and bladder-based information. You could do an entire season based around lungs. You could do an entire season based on particular muscles. Like, there's just so much in your biology that can be explored that there's infinite content there, basically. And we're learning more content as time goes on, as new diseases crop up, as more information is learned about our biology. We're constantly researching, so we're just going to find out more and more about our biology, and there'll be more content for the show. So yeah, it's a good franchise. I just don't want it to overstay its welcome. And I think Season 2 of Cells at Work kind of did that a little bit, so thank God we had Code Black in that season to not feel so disappointed, but again, those two seasons should never have come out at the same time. I think that was a big mistake, but oh well. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one as much as usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments, what you thought of this final episode, as well as the series as a whole. I'm a little disappointed they didn't go with the body death route, but subjecting the red blood cell, and presumably white blood cell as well, to another reality, another world body, where they have to do all that shit again. That's almost worse than dying at that point, especially since they know that the other body got better. That's almost worse for them at that point, but yeah, don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see other Winter 2021 shows that are now wrapping up. Tomorrow will be the last day of Winter 2021 shows, and then we're moving on to all the Spring 2021 shows that I have on offer. Thank you for watching. Until next time. See you guys later.